Hi guys, sitting here in our apartment in Indianapolis and drinking my morning coffee, and thought it was time to do a Q&A. It's been a lot of you guys watching my videos on my channel and love that, thanks a lot for that. And it's great to see all the interest for it on my Instagram channel, so many questions and a lot of fun ones as well. So we picked out, for Alexandra actually, I picked out the best ones that she likes the most. And then she will ask me the questions.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
How realistic does it feel to drive your home simulator compared to the real car?
Obviously, now with the simulator being more important with the corona crisis and no racing, I put quite a lot of energy into building my sim, as you saw in my last YouTube video. And it is quite realistic, like the feeling through the steering is pretty good, and also the pedals, they feel quite realistic, and the graphics are really good, but you are missing that feel through your body. So when you drive a racing car in real life, you sort of feel the grip, you feel the movement of the car through your body, and that tells you how fast you can go or not, and that's something that you're missing in a simulator.
Vilken är den bästa svenska kartingbanan? Själv gillar jag Lockarp i Malmö.
I've been racing a lot of go-kart in Sweden, and there is some really nice ones. I think Gothenburg has always been a favorite of mine because I've always been very successful there. And also Järfälla in Stockholm is probably the one I would pick because it's the one I've always won in Järfälla. So it tends to go in that direction when you win somewhere, you like the tracks. We also have a nice track in Örebro, a bit smaller one, but I like that one as well. In general, in the world, I race quite a lot in Italy, and obviously South Garda in Lonato is the home of go-karts, and that's always a nice track to drive on.
Do you play paddle tennis in US or only in Sweden?
So far I've only been playing paddle tennis in Sweden every time I'm back home. As some of you know, I am a part owner of Örebro Padel Center. We started that a couple of years ago, and it's so much fun. And now we're actually expanding back home. So every time I get the chance to go back to Sweden, I play a lot. But here in America, I haven't really found the same thing. I haven't found paddle tennis here, especially in Indianapolis. So if anyone that watched this in the Indianapolis area and knows a place to play paddle tennis, comment and let me know so I can go and try it out.
Finns det något du saknar ifrån när du bodde i Japan?
Japan is a very different place, and I moved there when I was 18 from my family house in Sweden, and this was my first place where I lived on my own, so it was a big step. I didn't know anyone in Japan, and it was a big challenge, but I really learned a lot that year, and that was back in 2009. And Japan is a great country, great people, great culture. I think probably the one thing that I would miss the most from my year in Japan is the food. I love Japanese food, sushi, but Japanese food in general I think is amazing. So that's something I always look forward to when I go back to Japan to eat the Japanese food.
What are some Netflix shows you're watching?
So at the moment I'm watching Ozark. I saw the new season just came out, so I'm about to start that. I'm also watching Narcos Mexico, it's pretty cool. But my all-time best Netflix show is Breaking Bad for sure. It's my all-time favorite. I love it. It's the best show ever.
What do you think of Indianapolis?
First, when I came to Indianapolis, I wasn't the biggest fan. It was last winter and it was pretty quiet and not much going on, and the weather was pretty bad and cold. So I didn't become a fan straight away. But then during the summer, especially the month of May, I really started to like it more and more. And now I really enjoy it. I really like living here. We lived downtown last year, but now we moved up to the north side of the city. And up here in the north side is super beautiful nature, a lot of parks and places to go outside and do workouts, running, biking. So yeah, I really like it. If the weather in the winter could be a bit warmer, that would be nicer.
Vilken maträtt anser Marcus är hans paradrätt i köket? Och vilken rätt är egentligen hans paradrätt enligt Alexandra?
Good question. So yeah, now in quarantine times, or yeah, we're staying at home times, obviously you have to spend time doing other things. So I've been trying to do more and more cooking and baking. But actually last night I did something really good, which was spaghetti carbonara, but like in the Italian style. So no like cream or anything, but like yeah, with bacon, and it should be pancetta, but I had bacon and then eggs and parmigiano and spaghetti, and it turned out really, really good. It was delicious. But I don't know, which one do you think?
Dina protein-bananpannkakor, de gör det hela tiden.
Yeah, I do make a lot of these protein pancakes, protein banana pancakes.
Pancakes.
I do them a lot. It's like at least a couple of times a week for lunch, and they're delicious. And I make them with the protein powder and then like cottage cheese, melon, blueberries. Super yummy. I might post, you've probably seen it already on my Instagram stories when I post about it. They're delicious.
What was the biggest shift you had to make when moving to America? What are things Americans do that we don't realize are weird?
First of all, I really enjoy living in America. It's a great country and it's very welcoming. I think one thing that is a bit weird for us, especially against Scandinavians, the way our culture is and the way we are, is that we don't really speak to strangers. So like, we speak to people we know and everything, but like when you meet people out and about or in the apartment buildings or anything like that, you don't really speak to them. But here in America, you Americans, you love being social, and like every time you see someone, you're like, hi, how you doing? Nice coat, nice bag, all these things, and it's super nice, but it's just like, it's not normal for us, especially Scandinavian. I think in Northern Europe we're a bit more reserved, but that's something that for sure is very different here, that everyone is super like friendly and always asking how everyone is doing. So that's for sure different.
First car bought with own money, not sponsor car.
So my first car, this is a nice story. So the first car I bought, I got my driving license when I was 18, the day I turned 18 actually. So I did my writing test and driving test the same day, and then I got the license. And that week, or prior to that week, I bought my first car, which was a Volvo 740, dark red. That was a beautiful car. It was from 1990, the same age as me. So it was 18 years old, rear wheel drive. So it was a lot of fun to like drive on the winter, especially when it was a bit icy and snowy. So that was a nice first car.
Max, Donkens, eller Burger Kings pommes frites?
Yes, this is quite funny. So this is actually the one that had the most likes on the questions below the Q&A. And it's about which French fries I prefer from these burger chains in Sweden. And I'm a big Max hamburgare guy. That's my favorite place to go. And I think they have the best French fries in Sweden. Although now when I'm living in America, when I have a cheat day and want to go and have a burger, my pick to go is Five Guys. I love that. I think that's the best burger and fries and meal. Yeah, best cheat meal here in America. Even better than In-N-Out. This might cause some some discussion, because I know In-N-Out is very popular.
It's the best.
Five Guys. I'm a Five Guys.
Do you still have contact with Daniel Ricardo? I know you was a good friend on the grid.
Yeah, I still speak with Daniel every now and then. We're still good friends, and we keep in touch, mostly on like messages. So yeah, he's a good guy, funny guy to be around, and we've been racing since back in F3 when we were like kids almost. So yeah, we've known each other for a long time.
What series do you want to do besides Indycar and Formula 1?
I love being in Indycar at the moment. I think it's an amazing championship and so much fun. So I'm planning to stay here for a long time. But I'm getting also more and more interested in like GT racing, and I would love to do some like 24-hour races. That would be really fun. So I think that's probably on my list to do. I think Le Mans and Daytona 24 hours. Them two would be really cool to have done before I end my career for sure.
What favorite airline and airport?
My favorite airline is SAS, Scandinavian Airlines. I think they are really nice, and it makes you feel at home, you know, being from Scandinavia. That's for sure my favorite one. And airports, it's a bit more difficult. I think that Indianapolis airport is really good because it's so small and it always takes like a couple of minutes to walk through it to get to your gate. But they don't have any good restaurants, at least at the moment. They're saying they're building some new ones. Stockholm, it's okay. Copenhagen is pretty good. Difficult to pick one.
If you had to change profession tomorrow, what would it be and why?
Easy one for me. As I know, probably all of you know, I love ice hockey. So I would love to try to be an ice hockey player for a day, preferably in the NHL if possible. That would be a lot of fun. And when I was a kid, I was a goalie, so I would probably be a goalie in like Rangers or something. So maybe change with Henrik Lundqvist for a day would be something that would be really cool.
What are your thoughts on the difference of a Formula 1 weekend and the Indycar weekend?
Pretty different. I would say Formula 1 is a lot more longer days. In Formula 1 you're there from like 8 in the morning till 9 or 10 in the evening, and there is like more on the schedule in Formula 1, I would say. Whereas IndyCar is a bit more open and a bit shorter days, still long days, but a bit shorter, and not as much like media and stuff like that, but a bit more fan interaction since all the fans are in the pit lane and in the paddock, so that's a difference. From the format, it's pretty similar with, you know, the 3 practice sessions, qualifying on Saturday and then the race on Sunday, so that's pretty similar, but it's obviously a different feel, whereas F1 is so closed off for the fans to the paddock, whereas IndyCar is the complete opposite, so there's for sure differences there, but yeah. Alright, so that's the end of the Q&A. I hope that you guys enjoyed the answers and didn't get all the questions in, but some really good ones. And also there's been a lot of questions about my sim rig, what things are that I'm using, etc. So I thought we go in there and have a look, and I'll try and show you what I got. So if we go through a bit quickly here. So the computer is a gaming computer from Digital Storm. The chassis is from a company called SimLab. I think the model is P1X with the TV monitor stand. And I know there's been some comments about that being in silver and not black like the rest, but it's because it was so loud in black and I needed it to be here as soon as possible. It looks good. The motor is from SimiCube. It's a really good motor. The wheel, like on the other video, it didn't work with the Fanatec wheel, so I got the, I don't know, custom made one. It's pretty cool actually. I don't know what brand it is, but it's nice. Seat is from Sparko. Good, nice seat. What else do we have? We have the gaming screen. It's from Samsung. Gaming monitor. And then the pedals, let's zoom up here, is from Höskinvel, I think they're called. They're really good actually. Keep a really good feeling. And then I did a bit of a homemade heel rest here as well. Alright, so that's it for this episode. I hope you liked the Q&A and some of the info on the stuff I have for my sim. Please, if you do, subscribe, like, comment, and watch the other episodes as well on my channel. And yeah, keep posted and see you soon.